certainly not a streaming service. I honestly would have thought they would improve that. I really thought that would have been something that they focus on, especially with the times that we're living in, 2022, like, everything's digital these days, everything's, Zoom is still so widely used, and yet it's absolutely trash. I think it's drop. Okay, it's fine. It does the, oh, there we go. Here you are, segmentation, adding. Okay, so it says adding you. Let's see if it, once you come, we'll just click anywhere that you're able to join if you're able to. You have to be on your phone as well, yeah. Just couldn't do it from laptop anyway, which really sucks. Can you see where you're able to join from? Wait, hang on, wait. Yeah, cool. Okay, so, hello. Would you like to... Hello, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Awesome. So, yeah, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Brainy, and I'm a Nigerian.
Oh, so Brainy from Nigeria, and what do you do at the moment?
I'm a student.
Studying what? Studying what subject?
Sociology.
Okay, and how long have you been doing that for?
3 years.
3 years.
It's been 3 years now, yeah.
And how are you finding it? Is it something you're enjoying?
Sure.
Yeah? How long left have you got?
What?
How long have you got until you finish your studies?
It's 4 years course, so I'm running up next year.
Okay, nice. And do you have plans for what you want to do afterwards?
Sure. A lot.
Yeah. Can you give us an insight as to what some of those things might be?
Okay, so after school, I plan to have my own firm, like an establishment.
Okay, yeah.
And I want to own a business because somehow we were taught in school that you will achieve more street salary.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, you have to be a producer.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so I plan to do that. I plan to inspire lots of youths and to make them not give up on their dreams in life.
For sure. So I'm sure that's quite a momentous task as well. So what main struggle have you found so far? Is it something that you've started already, or are you just focusing on studies and you just have plans for that afterwards, or are you starting building that now? Because I see you have a YouTube channel and I've seen the type of videos you have on there. I saw one last night of the how to not give up on your dreams and all that. I think that's really cool. So is that sort of what you're focused on at the moment, or?
Okay, so right now I'm trying to focus on my studies. Like I'm trying to get the best, put my best in. But I'm also trying to set up this YouTube channel. Like in my spare times, I might just do a video.
For sure.
And upload it live. Yeah.
Nice.
So I really planned a great life for me, and sometimes I'm afraid of my dreams.
Yeah.
Because they are so big.
Good. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely meaning that I think you're heading in the right direction. If you've got goals and they scare you, then that's definitely the right feeling to have, because it means they're big enough and they're pushing you to do something bigger and better. So definitely on the right track there. So what would you say your main struggle is at the moment?
Well, at the moment, I'm coping well in school. The main struggle is finance. Yeah.
And what do you deal with that or overcome? How are you thinking of dealing with that or overcoming the problem?
Well, I'm trying to think of ways I can actually eradicate that. But things are looking fertile.
about that? Because I mean, of course, it's very, me being from the UK, it's sort of very different for me. Because especially if you want to do studying, we can apply to the government for a student loan. So, and you're saying that you have to, if you don't have, is that you saying you don't have the opportunity? You have to know someone who has money to help with your finances? Is that how it works for you guys?
Yeah, it's so much hard work because in societies you have a social class, and everyone is not equal.
Yeah.
In every society, there are some families that have poor background, and some they are rich. So there is this class distinction in the society, and in Nigerian society, it plays a whole lot of role. So you must be useful to these persons before they can help you. No one is going to just help you if you are useless to them. So
right, okay,
it's quite difficult, and connecting with these people is also difficult.
Yeah, that sounds it. So, what would your advice be for youths that want to study? What would your advice be to them?
Well, I advise people not to give up on their dream, no matter what, no matter the difficulty they are facing. And I believe no one is born with a silver spoon, so anyone can actually get on top if you don't give up. So I inspire people not to give up. Like, I have lots of followers. I may not have money to give them, but they follow me. I don't know why they follow me, but I just keep on inspiring them and to keep them on track.
Well, I think that's why then, isn't it? If you're there to try and be an inspiration, then people are hearing you. So it's definitely good that you're getting that. And I think the more that I'm finding, the more I either put myself out there or when I create content, I'm learning how to articulate my words and talk in a certain way and talk properly so the message that I want to give is heard, because sometimes we have fantastic things to say, but sometimes it's difficult to get the message across in a way for people to understand it. So I think, people following you certainly are starting to hear your message, and the more you share it, the more you get better at how you share it, especially in terms of quality. So I definitely think you should keep going with that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really great, and sometimes I enjoy it. It makes me to see how far I'm going to go, and it makes me feel like something great is coming. So I just have to keep on doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, and does that help during the tough times as well, during the stressful times?
Yeah.
Good, yeah, that's awesome. So what's your, so soon you finish studying, so say we're in a year's time and we finish studying and you finish studying now, what would your first actionable step be? Do you know that, or is it not something that you've given much thought to yet, or?
Okay. That's a really that's a nice question. Like, okay, I'm finishing next year. So I'm going to graduate next year. I think around September next year, I'm graduating. And after that, I'm going to go for service for 1 year. That's a Nigerian National Youth Corps. So I'm going to serve Nigeria for 1 year.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so after serving that, I can fully focus on myself.
Yeah.
And after that, I would like to try to get a job. I will try to get a job, then...
What are you thinking?
What?
Do you have a specific job in mind, or is it just something that you can have as an income for now, or what's your goal with that?
Well, right here in my country, there's a whole lot of job scarcity.
Right.
So most times people don't get to do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you may be trained as an agricultural scientist, and you could end up working in the bank.
Right.
So that's how it is here. So that's why you need to know people.
Yes.
And they can actually connect you to these opportunities. So what I plan for myself is maybe I could get a teaching job. I could get a teaching job, and I wouldn't like to, spend so much time on those jobs. Like, I want to use it for a start. Like, yeah, just to start up something and have something tangible doing. But, like my professor advises, he always tells me, I don't want you to focus on these jobs. Like, I want you to think outside the box. So, yeah, so I'm going to, like, do a lot of things, but I just need a starting point.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a good idea because he's right. You know, we're, as humans, yes, of course, we do need to work for multiple reasons, but at the end of the day, you know, our sole purpose isn't just to work. We're not put on this planet just to, you know, work for somebody else or whatever. There's so much to do and so much to explore, and it's important that we take as many and for ourselves. And yeah, I think it's a good idea you do to start working, to start building towards what you want to do, and I think it's definitely going to help. How do you go about? So you say it's good to know people. It's important and very helpful to know certain people, whether it's rich people, businessmen, or politicians. Do you know how? Is it easy to, or not easy, but what's the process of actually meeting those people and getting to know them? Is that something that's accessible, or is it you really have to know someone that knows someone?
Well, it's rare. It's rare because, like I said, you must have something that these people can't do by themselves,
right,
before they will even give you attention. So it's really difficult to get to connect them. Like, in my country, it's very crazy. I'm sorry to say this.
No, hey, I don't know enough.
Like, politicians would, like, when they want to contest for positions, they get very close to citizens. But after winning an election, you hardly see them.
Yeah.
So getting to connect with them is very difficult. Like, in school year, I have some support system, just a few big men, and I realized that why they actually get close to me is because maybe I'm intelligent, so there are some things they can't do by themselves, and they want me to do them. And most times they are not usually around, so I do lots of things for them. So it's basically like that. If you want, like there is a saying, if you want great people, if you want to sit with great people, there must be something exceptional about you. Yeah, so that you meeting their needs is going to draw them closer to you.
For sure. So is there kind of almost loophole that, because if they are looking for something, can you see what they are looking for and then sort of tap into that? So say there's an election coming up and they're looking for something, they're looking for either someone to share their message or whatever it is they need to do. Is there a way that you can leverage that to then get something back in return? Like play their own kind of thing? Do you think?
I wouldn't like to campaign for any politician here. Because after campaign, I know what they're going to do. After campaign, they are going to forsake the citizens. They are going to give them tough times. So I wouldn't like to add to that. I wouldn't like to be the reason why mediocre would win.
For sure.
Yeah, so I wouldn't like to campaign for that. I think I really have choice when it comes to money. Like, I wouldn't like to accept any kind of money. I still want to protect my dignity.
No, definitely. I think that's huge. That's definitely you've got to have your values in place, no matter where you are in life, whether you're rich or whether you're just starting out, whether you're experienced. It's definitely important to stand to them. Otherwise, if they waver, then it's very difficult for you as a person, because I think you then get easily knocked off. So That's definitely good. I definitely love that, my guy. That's huge. Definitely huge.
So it's quite challenging. It's a tough time.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
big time it is tough, but with from my because I have more opportunities from what but it's quite it's you go through these struggles and still be passionate and believing in that. I think that's really huge, so well done to you. I think that's definitely huge, and I'm glad that you're sharing it, because if it's all right for me from my standpoint to be sharing my message, but I only apply to certain people, right? So to have someone like you in Nigeria sharing your message and building it and sharing as you go along and sharing your journey and trying to inspire people at the same time is going to be really big. So definitely keep sharing. Share your ups and downs as well, I think, because as I said, we all have our own struggles, but sometimes we go through the same struggle, be it finance or stress or time or whatever it may be. I think we all go through very similar things. So keep sharing that and share how you overcome them, even if you're not sure at the time. Because I think people appreciate that. So, but yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, for sure, my guy. I mean, do you have any questions about my end or anything? Or, I mean, no worries. It's just yeah.
Well, so I would like to ask, what kind of job do you do?
So at the moment, what I do for a job, I work for a virtual reality company. They're a small indie company that has sort of two sides. You have the company and the gaming side, so we create small little games that can be, but again, in virtual reality, and the corporate side, which can be all sorts of different projects. We've done like simulations. There's currently work going on with the metaverse right now, which is absolutely really cool. But that's sort of my day job, help me bring in income at the moment whilst I'm setting everything up. And then I'm also studying how to trade Forex, because that's something that I also want to use to help me financially. So right now I've been doing it for a few years now, but I'm still not making any money from it because I'm still learning the process. But I know the return on that can be really big, so I'm still using the time to learn it because I know the payoff is going to be definitely worth it, no matter how long it takes. And yeah, the other part that I'm setting up is more business orientated, and that's helping young people who want to have, they have like purpose or want to find their purpose but don't know how to start. They need help finding direction. So that's kind of the three avenues I'm doing at the moment. But yeah, only one of those is currently bringing in income, and the other two I'm using that income to build up, as it were. So yeah, very early on, but it's tough. It has its own problems in itself, right? Because you're just starting out, you're doing is right, but you don't know if it's going to work out, and it's it's very interesting. It's interesting to sort of do, but it's a lot of trusting the process and refining and consistency. Consistency is huge as well. Keep showing up and keep doing what you need to do. But that's what I do at the moment. Yeah.
That's nice. That's great. Honestly, I'm inspired by that because, like me, I try to inspire people. Like I see myself moving around the world. I see myself as someone who's going to bless a lot of lives around the world. So I see myself moving from one country to another, inspiring people. And sometimes I usually tell myself, no, I'm not going to go to these countries to make money.
Yeah.
But I'm going there to touch lives, to inspire people, help people, project their lives and their dreams. And tell people anyone can make it if you have that mindset to be successful. So you can actually be successful. So I really planned a lot, not just for myself and my family, but for the world. I believe the world could be a better place.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. When you say mindset to be successful, what do you mean by that? What does that mindset look like?
The mindset to be successful is when you see success, it doesn't just come. Yes, first it starts with the mind. And for some time now, I've been able to understand that there is so much power with the mind.
Yeah.
Like if you learn how to control your mind, if you learn how to control what you think and what to speak from the mind, like you're going to make success. If you think success, you'll be successful. But if you think failure, you're going to be a failure. So I think success is closely knitted with the mind. Like if you think you're going to be successful, you'll be successful because your mind will be focused on success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do in the times when, because sometimes, as we know, life comes along and creates a huge challenge for us. So how do you keep that mindset through those hard times?
Well, that's a real question. But whichever way, someone who has this mind of being successful, you know you've been in difficult situations in the past, and you knew it didn't consume you, so it's going to make you stronger. So if there is another challenge that's coming up to you, it means it will pass. Like you're going to go through that too.
Yeah.
And if you go through that, another big one is going to come and you're going to go through that too.
Yeah.
The only thing is never give up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no matter the situation or challenge you're facing, something that weakened you, you just have to believe that you're going to go through it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's really good. It's because as you know, as you say, it starts with your mind. It's all in your mind. So yeah, I think going through your struggles, if you have the mindset to just, of course, it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy going through those struggles, because it's just not. But
Yeah.
if you're able to sit through them and push through them and build your mindset around that, I think that definitely helps out. Because yeah, I mean, when people say that success is ups and downs, that's what it means, right? The downs are what and you then rise from that, and it's a lot. If you don't give up in those moments, then you know you already made it, because no matter how hard it gets, if you keep pushing through, then
Sure.
you can do it. You can achieve a lot more than if you do give up at those stages. Even if, because again, life can be really, sometimes it's just a bad day, but sometimes it could be a really bad time for like a couple of months or a year even. Someone I really enjoy watching, Jordan Peterson. He's a fantastic guy and speaker, and during the pandemic he was really, really ill, like life-threateningly ill, and so was his wife, and it was a really tough time for him. And for me it was incredible, because he's this psychologist who helps people from like depression, anxiety, and he has so much knowledge about all of this, and he really helped me as well. And now I'm seeing him go through that, and it was crazy to sort of, you just see, although he's this amazing man with all this knowledge, he still goes through life, and life has these problems for us. And but that's the thing, you just, you don't give up, you just allow yourself to experience it and get over it. And the mindset is a really important thing. So yeah, definitely. My guy, yeah, appreciate that insight. Really, really huge. Do you have any celebrities or people that inspire you, that you enjoy watching or find inspiring?
Yeah. I have like it might not be a celebrity, but he's quite older than me, and he inspires me a lot. Like when I was I think I met him when I was 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 16, he inspired me for like a whole year.
Yeah.
And I started seeing life from another perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And since we got separated, like he traveled to a far place, and sometimes we talk.
Yeah.
And sometimes he tells me, he asks me, well, what's going to be your dream? What's your dream?
Yeah.
And I will tell him, he inspires me to write. Sometimes I write, like I wrote my first article through his inspiration.
Oh yeah.
That was School Life, A Journey.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first article I wrote, and after writing it, it was fantastic. You have to do all the reviews and corrections, and I had to publish it. I think I published that one on Oprah.
Oh, well done. That's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
what's cool, sir, is that something you want to carry on doing, or
what?
are articles something that you're still writing or want to continue to write, or was that just a one-off, or?
No, I still have some that I'm working on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that I see it's usually making an impact in the world. Like what is being penned down is greater than what is being said. So if you can pen down something for the world, I think the world is going to remember you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm writing more. I'm working on more. Just that sometimes stress from school will let me concentrate.
Awesome. Oh, that's fantastic, my guy. So, last question, or last point, sorry. What is your message for everyone? If you could say something to the whole world right now, what would it be?
Well, what I would say to the whole world is there is nothing like peace, because I can see the whole world is there is war everywhere, like what's happening in Ukraine and Russia. I think the world deserves better than that, and I think that shouldn't be happening in the 21st century. That is so outdated, and I think that crisis should stop because it's leading the world into inflation. I can see so many countries suffering from inflation, and so many lives, not just the Ukrainians are suffering it, but so many countries are suffering it as of now.
Mm-hmm.
And we can see so much, we're experiencing so much inflation. So I think the world definitely deserves more than that. I think the world should embrace peace. I think they should go to the negotiation table instead of warring. I think that's the best thing to do. I seriously don't know why. I used to ask, why are they avoiding the negotiation table? Because that could bring an ultimate solution to the crisis.
Mm-hmm.
So why are they avoiding it? So that's really a big problem. So I think the world, we need love. We need to love one another, regardless of the race, skin color, anything. Love, we are created by one God, and we are created in His own image. And I believe we deserve better. And no matter what, you're giving up is not an option. No matter what you're going through, the situation, tough times, I believe everyone has gone through one or two tough times, even the richest people, and sometimes they have lots of challenges that they wouldn't want to talk to anyone about, and they just keep it to themselves. But what we see from the outside is that they are rich, and we think that they are comfortable. So sometimes it's not just that way. They also have their problems, which is beyond finance. So for people in such situations, I would say don't give up. Keep believing that things will get better. And most importantly, if you have resources, I think one of the greatest investments anyone can have is investing in people's life. You look for people, you invest in them, because life can be up and down. Like someone might have today, tomorrow may not have.
Yeah.
And that is quite something that we humans cannot predict.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have resources today and I cannot use it well, it's really a waste, because no matter what I have, I'm gonna die someday.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave everything behind. And what am I leaving it for? Who's going to remember me for the impact I made? So when you help people who are in need, you are putting a smile on the face of the maker. So God is going to be very happy with you if you are the kind that gives hands to people. I can remember sometime I used to do something very stupid. Like when I was in high school, I used to have two friends. They were girls. Yeah, so they usually go to a more far distance than I do. And when we get to the bus stop, I will give my transport fare to them. So they would use my transport to add to their own, and they embark on their journey.
Yeah.
While I'll trek to my house.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I usually did that, and I enjoy doing it.
Good.
Because I believe that it's something I'm doing for the future, and I believe the future is greater.
That's fantastic, my guy. That's a really powerful one. I love that. I love that a lot. So, yeah, thank you very much for your time. Yeah, I'm sure we'll catch up again soon. But appreciate you very much, and I hope you have a very fantastic day. Everyone who's dropped by. Brainy does also have a YouTube. I don't know if you want to drop that in the comments, Brainy, so people can find your YouTube channel. I'll be creating videos from this as well anyway. But yeah, thank you all very much. And Brainy, I shall see you on the next one. Hope you all have a very fantastic